Hi, Spicewood second graders. It's Miss Rayborn here. We are going to continue our talk this week about color and emotion and how we show those things and how they're related to each other. So we're going to kick off with a book called In My Heart, a book of feelings. And in this book, they're going to talk about different feelings they might experience, and we're going to talk about the colors that might be related to them. This book was written by Joe Wittick, and the illustrations, which is the drawings in the book, are by an artist named Christine Rousey. It's called In My Heart, and I'll do my best, like I always do, to try to make sure you can see the pictures. It says, my heart is full of feelings, big and small feelings, loud feelings and quiet feelings, quick feelings and slow feelings. My heart is like a house, and with all of these feelings living inside. So I love that she said some are quick and some are slow. So sometimes they just pop up out of nowhere. Sometimes they also go away that quickly. Sometimes they creep up on you and they stay with you for a little while, right? I like that, quick and slow feelings. Sometimes my heart feels big, like a bright yellow star, shining bright. I smile from ear to ear and I twirl around so fast I feel as if I could take off into the sky. This makes my heart happy. So sometimes, look at that, she's got a star because sometimes she's feeling yellow and bright and happy. Other times, my heart feels strong. I stand up tall as if I can touch the clouds. New people and places don't frighten me. I can do it. Watch me go. This is when my heart is brave. So look at this. Everything is orange when she's feeling brave. I love this book has a little spot in it. When she's feeling brave and she's ready to take on the world, she connected orange to that. When I get really angry, my heart feels as if it's going to explode. Don't come near me. My heart is yelling. It's hot and it's loud. When my heart is mad, it's, look, red and also some orange. Look, she drew this emotion, feeling really mad. There's a chord and then there's a big kaboom. So when she's drawing anger, this is what it looks like to her, how she feels it. But other times my heart is cool. I bob along gently like a balloon on a string. My heart feels lazy and slow, and it's quiet like snowfall. This is when my heart is calm. So I love this idea of drawing the emotion of calm, not only with this beautiful sort of blue-green color, it reminds me of the ocean, but also a balloon. So she's illustrating the feeling of calm to her is kind of like a balloon floating along. I like that. On harder days, mean words really hurt my feelings and my heart feels hurt too. It's fragile and delicate and it can be healed with some extra kisses and hugs. This is when my heart is broken. Look, she's doing some first aid to fix it up. So she drew the symbol that's on a first aid kit, and it's red, which resembles hurt to her if she's feeling hurt. Some days my heart feels as heavy as an elephant. There's a dark cloud over my head and tears fall down like rain. That's when my heart is sad. So to her, gray is when she's feeling sad. Like she does look very sad. And she's got a big old elephant that's sort of blowing on her. Gray for sad. But my heart doesn't stay sad. In the springtime after winter, the sun comes out and my heart grows tall like a plant reaching towards the sky. This is when my heart is hopeful. So look at that. Her color she associated with hopeful is green, not envious like we saw last week. She associates green with hopefulness. And to draw the feeling of hopefulness, she thought of planting and growing new things, like spring when new things are coming up, new plants and vegetables, new flowers. I love that idea of drawing the feeling of hopeful as growing plants. Eek, When I see something scary, my heart beats fast. I feel cold and chilly as if a breeze has crawled up my neck, and I run away as fast as I can. This is when my heart is afraid. So look at this color. She's drawn kind of a scary thing for afraid. And it's sort of a dark, I would call this a dark turquoise, kind of a dusky dark blue, turquoisey kind of gray. And look, she's illustrating the feeling of scared. She's running away. How about this? When it's time for a bit of fun, my heart feels full of giggles and wiggles. Abracadabra. I hop around like a bouncing bunny, and this is when my heart feels silly. So she decided to show the emotion of silly by illustrating herself. It looks like she's doing some magic when she's feeling silly, and she used a magic hat, a top hat, to celebrate when she's feeling kind of silly and playful. So she's using her top hat to show her emotion, and her color linked to silly is purple. Sometimes I hide my heart away where there's no one can see. It's like my own small treasure. I don't want anyone to look at me. I'm safe on my swing. I can watch the world from above. This is when my heart is shy. So look at this. I'm wondering what her color is that she associates, that she has got kind of pinky kind of lines and things coming out. This almost looks a little bit like porcupine needles coming out from her, saying, don't come too close. I want to be by myself right now. My heart can feel so many things, and yours can too. Today, my heart is proud. What does your heart feel? Look at this. There she is. Up on top. Look at all these big, beautiful trees and things she's got. And then lots of colors and feelings. Okay. So this week, we're going to do some drawing in our sketchbook. And you're not going to have to turn anything in. We're still working on making a plan for how you can turn in artwork that isn't too tricky or confusing. Next week, you're going to be starting with your new class, either virtually or in person. And we're going to work on developing a system then. I'm going to have a video for you about what to do. But this week, I want you to open up your sketchbook, and I want you to do exactly what the book said. How is your heart feeling today? Right? I want you to think about that emotion. And I want you to draw for me in your sketchbook. You could draw 1, you could draw 2. If you have 3 or 4 bubbling up inside and you have the time, draw them out. I want you to think about how you could express that emotion. So, for example, in the book, when she's angry, she draws a big orange kaboom. It was kind of easy for me to tell what she was feeling. One, because of the shape of it. This does not look like a comfy, cozy, I'm feeling good emotion, right? Looks kind of pointy and jagged. Look at her face. She's like, oh, I'm not very happy right now. And also the color she used, orange, a nice bright kind of fiery color to show that feeling. Or if she was feeling happy, look at her illustration of happy. She said like stars floating through the sky, and she used yellow to celebrate happy. So in your sketchbook, I want you to draw at least one emotion, how it feels to you, and then I want you to think about the color that you connect to that feeling, okay? Now, sometimes we like to blend our colors together to create emotions, and I think that's a great idea. So Miss Deb actually is gonna show you on the next video for Creating with Miss Deb this week. She's gonna show you how to blend dry media. Dry media means there's no water involved. So wet media, wet art supplies or media is what it's called, would be things like paint, right? So dry media is anything that doesn't use water. So things like colored pencils, markers, oil pastels, crayons, all of those will be considered dry because they don't use water. Media, which is another word for art materials. So before you get started drawing your emotions in your sketchbook, I want you to flip over to the next page and watch how to blend colors with Miss Deb, and then try out drawing an emotion or two for yourself in your sketchbook. And I will see you next week where we're going to talk about a new artist who uses a lot of color and emotion in her artwork. And we're going to be inspired by her. We're going to start another big painting, maybe a painting, it'll be kind of up to you, about color and emotion inspired by her. So I will see you next week. Bye for now, and enjoy the video from Miss Deb.